In this video, we finally move into our new house. Will everything go according to plan? Well, moving day weekend is upon us. Is the house completely finished? No. Is it finished enough for us to move in? Not at this moment. We have some light fixtures to install, as well as the larger appliances like the washer, dryer, and fridge, and some cleanup and a few other things. But it's a 3-day weekend, so we should have enough time to get everything done smoothly. And by Monday, when the moving company shows up, we'll be ready. Anyway, it's gonna be a long day, so I'll start things off by giving you a leisurely tour of the new house, while my wife is hard at work with the actual moving prep. And it looks like the guys from the appliance shop are here to install our washer and dryer. Since we bought a new washer and dryer for our new house, we get the benefit of having them delivered and installed. So, one less thing we have to move ourselves. This is our reward for putting up with an old, sub-family sized washing machine for so many years, which was less than ideal. And we didn't have a dryer, of course, so all our clothes had to be hung up by hand every day. Eco-friendly, but painfully time-consuming. So yeah, we've joined the dark side and will now be using massive amounts of energy to dry our clothes. That's something we can check off our moving day weekend to-do list. Or maybe not. Not only is this probably not earthquake safe, there's also the issue of it's going to be really noisy whenever it's on. Man, look at that. This fridge was another thing we bought new for the new house. Like with the washer and dryer, we put off upgrading for years. The old one was way too small for our family, so we had to go grocery shopping nearly every other day. The good side of that was we had almost zero food loss, since I was very aware of what was in there. But anyway, this time we went for a proper family-sized unit. And also like with the washer and dryer, the appliance shop initially offered to deliver it for us, until they realized that our kitchen was up on the second floor, and our stairwell was too narrow to move it up that way. The moving company also said they couldn't do it, so in the end, we've had to go with a piano moving company. Well, it's the end of the second day, and it's the perfect time to chill out with a beer and finish that tour we started yesterday morning. There are still a few things I haven't showed you, and there's also been some noticeable improvement just in the last 24 hours. It's still not completely finished, but I'd say we're just about ready for the big day tomorrow. Before we took down our old house, my father-in-law and I converted half of his garage into a storage room here, and we've been using it to keep all our stuff during the construction. Well, actually just over half of our stuff. The rest is piled up in the spare room in their house, where we've been living for the last 8 months. Considering we're just moving across the rice field, you may be wondering why we're using a company at all. When we moved out of the old place, we just borrowed a pickup truck and invited some friends over to help us carry stuff. But we didn't want to risk the uncomfortable situation of one of our friends accidentally scratching our new floor or something, and thought it was safer to let professionals handle things. But we got the cheapest option available, so the company is just going to fit as much as they can into the truck in one load and then help us as much as possible for up to 2 hours. It should be enough time, right? Well, I was going to take some video during the actual move, while the moving company was doing their thing, but it didn't really go down like that. The 2 hours we booked the moving company for went by a bit more quickly than anticipated. And after the moving company had left, we noticed that somehow part of one of our bed frames had disappeared. But 3 hours later, it had been located, still in the moving truck somehow, delivered, and we got everything set up and actually managed to sleep in our new house that night. And we slept well. Of course, unpacking and getting everything set up just right is an ongoing process. And there are still a few parts of our house that aren't quite finished yet. The patio needs patioization. At least we've got to get some tiles out here. And we still have to finish off our front porch area and do a little landscaping. Maybe put in a tree. And we still don't have curtains on our windows. And then there's the dryer situation. And a few other appliances and extras still to set up. And when that's all done, I really do want to put in a beer fridge down here. Hopefully, this will all be taken care of by the time we next meet. And I can fill you in on how things are going and what our life is like in our new home. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.